As you know, Alakazam Magic is a family business that was started in 1990, and the goal has always and will always be to produce the best magic tricks taught by the best magicians around the world, where every routine release can be performed in the real world to real people. Now, when I joined the company full-time in 2017, I realised so much of Alakazam's history was embedded in DVDs. Whenever I'd speak to my dad about learning a new trick, he'd hand me an Alakazam DVD. And when I watched it, it was just full of pure gold that not many people knew about. And that's where we came up with the idea for Alakazam Unlimited.
What is up? Oh my goodness, Joseph. Joseph, what's my name?
Alon.
Alon? Joseph? Wait. I'm sensing comments in the future, I'm a mentalist, that we're gonna get comments about where on earth is Peter? And Harry? And Wayne? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Do you know? Guys, does anybody know? Is there a hacker? No, what is this? Guys, first of all, I'd like to just say a massive thank you to Peter, who we're just going to show. I'm Alon, and this is Joseph. We are 17 both. Both of us are 17, and we are members, well, the managers, actually, of a magic community. And we've been invited right before Blackpool in 2 days. 2 days, super excited. And we're an amazing community, and we're here at Alakazam Magic Studio live. And we're really excited. Would you like to show... Peter, let's show these guys. Look at this! Hello! And we're joined by another guest, Connor, who's also one of our community managers in our community. That is 4 incredible people. So again, we want to say hello to everybody. Today we have a really different thing, right? Because I don't think, Peter, have you ever had like guests like this kind of like come in? And taking over. Wait a second.
Not
taking over, right?
we haven't had anyone taking over the Alakazam live.
Insane. Pushed Peter all the way in his own studio.
I'll be honest, it feels really strange sitting down this end without my fingers on the buttons.
Yeah.
It's really strange.
Yeah, it's so cool.
For anyone that is joining us, firstly, hello. This is the amazing Tomar.
Thank you so much.
Our very first VIP.
Wow, yeah.
And the happiest man in the world. If you're going to Blackpool and you see Tomar,
Come
Joseph
say hello.
or Alon, go and say hello. So Alon is going to be running the show today. They've got some questions that they said they want to ask me. But this is sort of a pre-Blackpool special show as well. So if you've got any questions about Blackpool, if you're excited about Blackpool, if there's something you want to see at Blackpool, put it in the chat. Let us hear what you're excited about. It's probably the biggest weekend in Magic, the Blackpool weekend. There's going to be, what, 5,000 magicians, I think, are going to be
so
there.
exciting to meet every single one of you guys. Come say hello when we meet together.
It's been like months. I remember, I think we got our tickets months ago, even right after the last one. And last year was huge, right?
Yeah.
It was massive. I mean, there was amazing names. The dealers were all over. It was just magical. And this year, we're doing it again. We're doing it once again.
I tell you what, I've seen a lot of people saying this is going to be my first Blackpool, really excited.
Yeah.
For me, I've been there maybe 25, 30 years I've been going. And it used to have this really wonderful convention feeling. And I felt maybe about 6, 7, 8 years ago, that started to change a little bit. It was all a bit rushed and it felt weird. Last year, it really felt like it was getting back to that right community feeling, the buzz around the dealers hall, the buzz around the lectures. It really felt, I think if this is your first year, you're in for a treat, because I think the old Blackpool is coming back, you know, I really do. And the lineup you guys have got is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. It's really
amazing.
Good.
It's amazing. This year, as you said, like just now, I think it's really getting into that spirit. It's like, I know when the previous Blackpools, there used to be like loads and loads, and then it declined, and that was going up and up and up and up. And you know, many people are getting into Magic. Look at that. Guys, make sure. Oh, you cannot see it here.
No, it's our
We've
friend
got
this
a
night.
clicker. I don't know. Yeah, you can't see it. But make sure, obviously, you follow Alakazam. It's really important you do. But yeah, it's growing, and there's so many new magicians entering Magic like every single day.
Yeah.
And that's like later on we'll talk about our community. And I think the reason I started that was really to help new magicians. We'll talk about young magicians in particular because we have two 17-year-olds here. Running this thing. Look at that. No, because in Magic recently, in the last few years, there have been really incredible young magicians. I mean, like we've got Killian, we've got Ryland. Okay, these are some of the more known. But then there's the Young Magicians Club, which has been really rising. And by the way, if you don't know, Joseph is a member of the Young Magicians Club. And if you have any questions, please write them down. But it's absolutely phenomenal how like Magic has risen in the last few years. I myself am really, really grateful for it. We've got a few people writing in the chat about Blackpool. Let's see how to make exactly your...
Yeah, people, if you're coming to Blackpool, please let us know in the chat.
Yeah, let us know, right? I'm coming to Blackpool if you're coming to Blackpool. And if you aren't coming to Blackpool, right? I wish I could be there. Let us know.
There's no reason not to, really.
There's no reason not to, but obviously, you know, another thing about Blackpool, which is really interesting, is, you know, it's here in the UK and England, but people come from all around the world.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And we've got people from, like, you know, Asia, Americas. I'm coming from Europe. Joseph, you're here. Tom, coming from Israel. I mean, it's absolutely phenomenal that Magic unites people.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got other conventions which are more limited, and I think that's beautiful. But Blackpool is really that one convention that's like massive, and you've got everyone from around the world.
Yeah.
It's absolutely phenomenal. Hello to people that are just joining in.
I saw a post go up today actually from someone that we all know, Leo Manor.
Yes.
And
of
I
course.
think he put a post up of last year. He I don't know if they hired a whole plane. There was like 100
Yeah.
people from Israel, 100 magicians from Israel coming
came
over
as a
all on
huge
one
group,
plane.
yeah.
They did. They
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
did.
It's fantastic. But
It's
we
amazing.
for us, it's great for us because not only is it great having the dealer stand and performing the magic and everything else, but we get to see, you know, members of the Alakazam, people like Tomar.
Yeah.
We only get to see once a year. That's at Blackpool. And it really means a lot when everyone comes up to the stand and just says hello, and especially if it's people we've never met in person before, because we see their name every week pop up or when we do the live launches, and it's lovely to actually meet them and, you know, see them in the flesh.
You know, the people behind the packages, right? You
Yeah.
see all those names?
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's time to see them in real life.
Exactly. So if you are here and you know you're coming to Blackpool, please do come and say hi to Peter and Harry. And who else is going to be at the stand? By the way, this
It's
year?
going to be me, Harry and Jenny. We're going to be on the stand full time. But then
There's
we've
some guests,
also
yeah.
got special guests coming
Oh.
on. So we're going to have Henry Ferris is going to be on the stand. Now they're only going to be on the stand maybe an hour and a half each day, each guest. So if you want to see, and what we've decided is we are not going to demonstrate any of these free products. If you want to see it, you've got to come when the creator's there to see it. So we've got Henry Ferris demonstrating his fantastic evaporate effect, which is a visual vanishing deck, which is incredible. We've got Martin Pierce, who I know the Alakazam fam are a big fan of Martin Pierce's. He always comes up with really commercial, clever magic. He has got a book test that will blow your mind.
Wow.
It will absolutely blow your mind. So if you want to see it, you've got to come to the stand when Martin is on there. And we've got the incredible Drew Perry with his brand new effect, Bricked. And I will say, there was one release we were supposed to have at Blackpool, which was a new Craig Petty thing, which unfortunately the gimmicks were supposed to be delivered to us while we were at Blackpool. We've been told they're not going to arrive, so we're not going to have that. Drew Perry's one only turned up yesterday.
Oh, wow.
So
We're gonna sneak around here after the live. I want to get one.
we were right on the edge on this
And
one.
by the way, Tom, you just mentioned, I mean, we
Craig
came a
is
little
here.
early today,
Yeah.
and, you know, I've never been in a magic shop like Alakazam. Honestly, okay, I have not been in a lot of magic shops, full stop, but honestly, you enter Alakazam, and I'm telling you from someone who's here for the first time ever, you come in, and you're like, no way. Absolutely in shock. Just so the same feeling. Tom has been here the second time. Last
Yeah.
year he was just here exactly like 365 days ago. Well, after Blackpool. and you just come in and you're surrounded by all this amazing magic. You've got Harry that welcomed you, Andy, you've got
Even Buddy
Peter.
the dog.
We've got Buddy the dog and the
Yeah.
whole Alakazam team, and they're here to greet you, and it's just blows my mind what a family this is. Oh my goodness, please come here if you ever are in the UK. Although it's like in a unusual location, it's super easy to get here. Take the train, come here, let Peter know, please do, okay? As someone who's here for the first time. So fun. You guys will love it. It's
Don't
amazing.
forget the lovely Emma, who is a great host.
That was
Yeah.
amazing. She's
Yeah.
absolutely amazing. And you just mentioned Craig. Craig is here saying, "Oh, Alan and Joseph, finally someone cool in the Alakazam."
Hey, so what does that mean about us?
I know.
Oh,
Craig!
Oh.
We're very excited to see you, Craig. Please, we'll say hi. You say hi. Oh my gosh, Craig, you're amazing. You're phenomenal. Who else have we got?
I just want to
Wayne.
say as well, I believe, Craig can correct me if I'm wrong, but on Thursday evening, there is a Magic podcast meetup
Yes.
in
Yes.
House of
There
Secrets,
is.
the bar, right next to the Winter Gardens. I'm not sure what time it is, so Craig, if you're still about, put up the time. So guys, if you're in Blackpool Thursday and you want to go and have some fun, go to this meetup because it's going to be
100%.
great.
Me and Tommy will be there. So
Yeah.
you can come and say hi. You can be like, "Oh, you're the guys who were just on Alakazam Live."
Exactly.
We got tickets to that. It's going to be amazing. And last year I didn't go there. I think you went, Tommy, and it was really
No,
fun.
I
You
didn't
said.
go.
You didn't
No,
go?
sorry,
I think
yeah.
someone else in our community did. Wednesday evening, Craig says, and for other people.
Wednesday evening.
Wednesday
there we go.
evening, awesome.
Cool.
And we're there anyways.
Yeah.
We're coming over.
We're there,
tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Wednesday, not Thursday. Yeah. Lots of people are writing in the comments, like here, that they are in Ashford. They work in Ashford, for example, here. So come and say hello. Honestly, Peter would be really happy to say hi.
Wow.
The whole team.
How have you not been
Yeah,
in,
I was gonna say,
Kieran?
you
Yeah.
work in Ashford. You're watching the lives. You gotta come. You
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just around the corner.
Yeah.
It's really good.
And also, just to say as well, since lockdown, we stopped opening the shop on a Saturday. We used to open Saturdays. When lockdown hit, we stopped. But now we are reopening the shop the last Saturday of every month from 10 o'clock till 2 o'clock. So if you want to come have a little magic jam, hang out with some other magicians, come down on the last Saturday of the
So that's
month.
the
I will send an
24th
email.
of February this month, right?
It will be the 24th of
Yeah.
Feb, yep. And we've got a special Saturday coming up as well, which I'll be dropping details of a later date, where we've got Leo Schmetzers from Holland coming over. We're going to be holding a 2-hour free shell game masterclass, limited to only, I think it's 7 people. It will be 7 people for 2 hours, then there'll be an hour and a half break, and then we'll have a second session with another 7 people. But then in the afternoon, after those sessions are finished, there's going to be an hour lecture or an hour and a half lecture by Leo, and everyone that's done the masterclass is invited.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So make sure you take note of that, guys. And we've got a comment from Brian saying, "Say hello to Peter for me." Well, Peter will say hello back to you. There you go.
Hello, Brian.
All right. So that is some information about Blackpool and overall. But again, once again, if you are in Ashford or nearby or even in the UK, we're in London. It took us an hour to get here, but
Yeah, we're just
vacation,
visitors,
vacation.
but it's great here.
So please do come and say hi. Blackpool, come to the Alakazam stand. We'll be at the Ruskin with Tom and Joseph too, just all around in the evening. Please find us. You'll see a bunch of these, which we'll show later, just showing you. You'll see purple and everything, and that's us. Just say hi, because again, Blackpool, for me, you've got amazing lectures, you've got amazing dealers. At the end of the day, you will never have a better opportunity to meet with magicians in such a way. You see magician there, every single angle, right? You cannot perform an angle-sensitive trick because they're everywhere. It's absolutely phenomenal. I mean, last year was my first time, and you know, I think, I don't know if Guy is still here, a member of our community. He says this thing like, "You'll never forget ever your first Blackpool.
Yeah.
You will
No,
never
100%.
forget it. It's a moment that you'll cherish forever and ever and ever." And you'll keep going.
I remember I
you
was
wanna go.
overwhelmed going down the stairs to see the dealers. I was
Yeah.
thinking this is an endless piece of like a cave full of magic in
Yeah.
here. What's going on here?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
And the thing, when I first went, there was, you know, the internet I don't think was around
No.
at all. And so you only got to see magicians on
Yeah.
video. You know, that was it. You got a videotape of Michael Lamar. Whereas now, because of the internet, you sort of feel you know everyone anyway.
Yeah.
But back then, they were like movie stars. So turning up at Blackpool and there's Michael Lamar, there's Jeff McBride, there's Daryl. And you're just sitting there thinking, you know, you're too scared to go and talk to them because they're like these big movie stars. Now, I think, because there's so much content online, we all feel we automatically know them anyway. But back then it was so different, and it is the who's who of magic.
Of course.
Go to Blackpool.
Of course. The names are phenomenal. I think like even for me, when the first time, I was like, oh my gosh, that's one of my magic heroes. And then you approach them, when you speak to them, they're really friendly. Okay, most of them are really, really friendly.
Yeah.
They're absolutely amazing. Just say hi, because they want to see hi. It's not like every single day they wake up and they see a magician, right? Because magicians, we don't often perform magician to magician. We perform magician to laymen, spectators, but whatever we do. And when you see a magician, it's like someone who understands you. Like we're all like Joseph, I guess we would say, our weirdness, our own weird people, right? We all got the kind of that unique personality to other people, because magic is a whole different art form, right? You can play piano or something, but magic is magic, and it's just such a beautiful art. So Blackpool is that way.
Yeah.
But I think just before we have a few questions about you and Alakazam, before I think we can play a little video, right? Let's play a video.
Yep. What one do you want to go with?
Should we do the first one with another trailer to Unlimited, the second one? The second video? Or would you like
No, do one of the others.
another? Okay, let's do this video of Fortuity, I think it is. Let's
Do it.
Smiley, nice to meet you. So Miley, one of these cards you're gonna take, you're gonna put your initials really big on it. Well, let's just do it at random. Anyone you want, just say stop.
Stop.
Right? Take it really big, put your initials in the middle. Show all your
Right here?
you can take it. Take it from me.
Oh.
Show all your friends, show the
Look.
camera. And then we're gonna do something crazy. Put it face down into the deck. Anywhere you want.
Really? At the top?
You made it very easy for me. So this is interesting. You just you have a card. You signed it. Anyone else want to help me? I need somebody else to say something. What I want you to do, I'm gonna write it down. Can you name a 4 or 5 letter word? Any word that comes to your head.
4 or 5 letter word?
Yeah.
Apple. Not fatty.
I
Like say apple. Oh, apple, yeah.
Apple? It's an interesting word. Hold on.
Yo, bro, I can't think.
No, that's good. I like apples. Very unique. And just so we don't forget it, you hold it. This is where it gets interesting. Think of the card you picked. Say it over and over in your head. It's a red card.
Okay.
Think of its hearts or diamonds. Diamonds. Think of the number.
Okay.
The 10 of diamonds. You know what's crazy? You saw me put the deck in this pocket, right? But watch. There's one card in my pocket now.
I don't like that. I don't. Wait. What? No!
You know what's funny? There's actually a word on it too.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
The word is apple.
I don't like that.
Nice for you to keep.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you guys
That's
so much.
scary. Oh my god, how you did that?
It's magic.
No, I don't believe in that.
I'm confused too. I gotta be honest, I'm confused too.
Are you sure?
All right. So let's bring everybody back.
So that was the extractor.
That was
Of course,
Extractor.
of course.
Fortuity will play that one later. Oh my gosh, Extractor, Peter. Do you want to tell
It's
us?
back on the
What can
market.
you tell?
What?
It is, well, it's not going to be officially released till I believe it's the end of April, but we have got 50 units we're taking to Blackpool. A few of them, to be fair, have been reserved, but we are taking 50 with us. I would expect they'll go on the Friday, so if you're interested in picking one up, and I know a lot of people have been waiting a lot of years to get it, because it hasn't been on the market for 5 or 6 years. So if you want one, come over to the stand on Friday and you should be able to pick one up. Now, Harry demonstrated it to all three of you guys. I'm not sure if you had seen it before or you knew what it was.
I knew.
But
yeah.
Alan and Joseph didn't know what the extractor was, and it is just a killer, isn't it?
Okay, listen. I don't actually am speechless because when Harry did it, I had no I didn't know what to expect. It's one of those tricks that once it's done, even to magicians, people are following, keep doing that. You see it, and magicians were like, "Oh my gosh, is this where it's gonna go?" And then when the thing happens, the magical moment happens, that's when and you saw that in the video.
It's a shocker. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just gets you. It just really gets you, and it's different. Okay, it's different to other tricks. It's just it has. I don't know what it is.
It's a utility.
It's a utility,
That's the
right?
thing.
And-
it is a utility.
And you
I
teach
teach.
a lot.
Yeah,
You teach
I
a
teach
lot of
so many
different things.
routines with it, but it's a utility that will elevate your card magic. It will help you. I don't want to say too much, but I have got customers that have been customers of mine for many, many years that have said to me that since having the extractor, they're now doing one thing that they've never done before, and the extractor has allowed them to do it with confidence. Those who know will understand what I'm saying. But it really does. It is a utility. There's a lot of psychology built into the unit, i.e. the moment the card goes in the box, you mentally switch off to anything being possible with that card, which allows you as the performer so much leeway to, and remember as well, and I was explaining this to you guys, you don't have to do an instant reveal as in the trailers. This can be, they select a card, you do your card routines, they put the card back in the box. You can even, I go into getting them to keep the box, and then later on you produce the card out of a melon or a lemon or something. So you can use it as a right delayed piece of magic. It's great. If you want to see it in action, come up to the stand on Friday morning at Blackpool. And I will say as well, if we do come back with any stock of any of our Blackpool releases, they may be released on our app. They won't be released on the site until official release. But if we come back with, let's say, 3 or 4 extractors, Harry will probably do an app live and say, we've got 4 extractors left. If you want one, grab one now.
And the app is amazing, right? Because you have like secret lives going on there with Harry all the time. Really, really fun lives. Really amazing place.
Yeah.
You get the app, okay?
I get these alerts.
I don't know if it was last week's live, I think Harry said, it's a free app.
Yeah.
What are you going to lose from just installing it on your phone
Yeah.
other than like a little bit of story? So it's like, just get the app and you've got that exclusive live stuff and a bunch of little secrets.
And especially if you're in Blackpool, because we are going to be sending out little messages to the app to say, Martin Pierce will be on the stand in 15 minutes or whatever.
That's great. That's amazing. So get the app. Let's do it. Let's see. Okay, we have a question for Guy about the extractor, but before that, Guy is also saying Joseph is, I don't know if he means taller or Teller from Penn and Teller.
Oh,
leave that
because
as a
he
mystery.
speaks less, maybe. I don't
Oh,
know.
because he hasn't talked. He hasn't talked.
Oh.
You know what, Joseph? Why don't you read this question? What Guy is asking right here?
So Guy is asking, what is the difference from the previous one?
Of extractor, I'm assuming.
There's no difference. It's an extractor E2. The reason why we haven't had any is because we haven't been able to get any made. That was the true answer. 5 years ago, Rob Bromley just stopped making them. I don't know what happened. They were getting too difficult for him. At that moment in time, he had a lot going on. Then, unfortunately, Rob, I'm sure a lot of you know, had a terrible car accident which put him out of work. Really, he couldn't make anything. But finally, we've managed to get them made. So it's the original E2, not the original extractor. It's the E2 version of the extractor.
Yeah, gotcha. He says he has one from that he got in the store in 2022.
Oh, so that will be an E2.
Yeah, and there you go, Guy. You own an E2. All right, and I think on that note, we can ask Peter a few questions. Just so we can ask them together. This is actually first question that Joseph has, and if anybody's just joining in, by the way, and you just joined in, and you're like, what on earth is going on here? Why is Peter all the way there with some dude that's wearing a bald
The
dude?
amazing Tomar.
Yeah.
Amazing dude. And the two dudes that look 17 or so wearing
Which they
these
are.
matching shirts. Like, what is going on? Well, stay till a little later, and we'll tell you a little bit more about us, okay? But we're talking about Blackpool today, and we're talking about Alakazam in general, and we're really, really excited. But we are us three with Tom and Joseph. Joseph is a member of the Young Magicians Club.
Yeah.
Tom is a member of the Israeli Magic Society. But in total, the best community of all time is the Magic Alice Society.
Of course.
Which we are the managers of. I'm the founder, and Joseph and Tom have helped me run it smoothly every single day. Couldn't have a better team, honestly. And we will tell you about that a little later. So that's for anybody who's just joined. But we're just going to ask Peter a few questions about Alakazam because, by the way, how old is Alakazam in terms of how many years? I think it's on the logo.
It was 1990 we started it, so 34 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And
Them
again,
guys weren't even the
No,
planning,
we weren't even
not
right?
born.
even
We weren't
thought
even
about
alive.
it.
No.
That's double our age, and yeah, so it's such a nice family-run business. And guys, like I see, we can sense the love here, right? Like the moment we stepped in, it was just a friendly environment. It's
Truly.
such an amazing place. You can ask away this first question.
Yeah, so Peter, obviously when Howie was younger, you must have, started doing magic to him.
Yeah.
So my question was, what was the first magic trick that you showed Howie when he was younger?
Do you remember?
Oh. It would have been, because it would have been the same with Harry and Holly, it would have been sponge balls.
Wow.
That's the thing, because as kids, they were just fascinated by
Sponge balls are
that
great.
sort of stuff. But yeah, so it would have been sponge balls, either sponge balls or a vanishing silk. It would have been something simple and visual. But I remember definitely Holly was sponge balls, because I remember taking the ball and then putting it in her ear and pulling it out the other side.
That's amazing.
And then obviously she was only young, she wanted to do it, so she got the ball, pushed it in my ear, slapped me round the head,
Oh, I don't
and
think we
tried to pull it out the other ear. So
My God.
yeah, I remember that. I think I've still got the bruise.
That's amazing. And you guys let us know. Do you guys remember the first magic trick you did? I don't even know. It might have been Chicago opener or something, which I still do to this day.
That's great.
One of the best
Brilliant
tricks
trick.
ever, honestly.
Yeah.
Let us know in the chat. There's an amazing comment here by Tom Rolfe, which I'm going to bring up about Joseph. If you guys are going to Blackpool, or in general, check out his social media. But if you're going to Blackpool, you find Joseph, tap him on the shoulder, and he's got a cube. You can give him your own cube or whatever. This guy does some of the most incredible cube magic you'll ever see. I mean it. That's my statement. Joseph, you want to add anything to that?
Well, just to say that I actually met Tom Wolfe on the train to Blackpool last year.
Did you? That's amazing.
Yeah, there were like loads of magicians in my carriage, and we just got to jamming. And yeah,
That's amazing. And that's
Tom's
great.
great.
That's great.
Tom's great, good friend.
Tom,
Tom.
thank you for that. And yeah, you're totally right. He's a beast when it comes to cube magic or card magic or anything. I feel like nothing's sitting next to him, but okay.
You were in the competition this year, Joseph, weren't you, J-Day?
I was in the auditions. I didn't get through, but yeah.
He was-
I must have seen you one year in there.
Yes, last year I had like my hand chopper act.
You did.
Yeah.
He did. And we have a video on the society, right?
We do.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. Joseph does speak. Just like Teller also speaks, but not always. He does speak. Great. All right, I think we can just go back to this extract. I think people are really excited about Extractor. So let's bring in this question. Will any new routines with Extractor be available to existing owners?
All routines for the Extractor, all new routines will be put into your account if you're an existing owner of the Extractor. So you're not going to miss out on any new routines at all. So when we film new stuff, I know Craig Petty is filming a project next time he comes down using the Extractor and some new routines. As soon as it's filmed and edited, it will be put in your account with your other Extractor videos.
Amazing.
Cool.
And Wayne, wherever you are, we've got a comment for you by Ian. Ian, right? That's not it. Holly's version sounds like a great routine to try on the way.
Oh.
Wayne, okay.
We should
no,
have
Wayne's not gonna
known.
want to come back here anymore
Oh
because
my
he doesn't want
God.
Peter slamming so much
Ian,
positives here.
Ian and Wayne have got this thing going
Love-hate
on.
relationship?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tough love.
Wayne, good luck. All right.
We'll keep him safe.
Yeah.
This is kind of an interesting Blackpool question. I think it applies to anything, but with the new book test that's coming out, and what if you miss the demonstration, okay? What if you're not there, and oh no, of course you can still pick it up, right?
Yeah,
Peter? You just won't see the demonstration.
If you know you want the trick, you can pick it up.
Exactly.
We're going to be selling it. But if you want to see it performed,
By the
you've
creator.
got to come and see it by the creator. The book test itself is phenomenal. I had a customer in yesterday, and he was talking about the book test, and I called Martin on the phone, and Martin performed it on the
Wow.
phone while the guy had the book in front of him.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Look at that.
And to be fair, when we go next door, when this finishes,
Yeah.
remind me if Martin's available. I'll get him to do it to you. It's so good. It's so good.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So please do check that out. I think I know with Henry's evaporate routine. Henry's a part of our community, and he's
Definitely.
been telling us all about that. And he said just like when he's going to be there. I think if I'm correct, he's on Friday morning.
I've got his times.
Do you?
I think
You
I've
can
got
check
his
that
times.
anytime. I'm pretty sure he said Friday morning, and we are free with them there.
So-
I think we can.
I think Henry's with us first thing Friday morning, so from about 9:30 to 11:30. On the Saturday, I think Henry's with us from 10:30 till around about 1 o'clock.
That's amazing.
And that might be a bit long actually, so it might be 10:30 to 11 or 12:30. And then on Sunday, the final day, he'll be there from 12 till 1.
That's great. That's great.
Okay, so if you want to see that trick, they're the times to come up and
So
see
good.
them. We will not, me and Harry won't be doing them, we're concentrating on other stuff. If you want to see them, come and watch Henry do it. It's a phenomenal gimmick. The gimmick itself was made by Steve O. Watson, so the quality is absolutely gorgeous.
And can I just say, by the way, Peter, I've seen Henry do this live. You know what? When I saw exactly last Blackpool in the first prototype.
That's when we
era.
first saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, Harry, you gotta release this.
Yeah.
And look at that with Alakazam.
Yeah.
So please check that out, guys. It's super, super cool. Were you gonna continue?
No.
That's it? Okay.
No, it's-
Awesome. When will the book test be available? It will be in Blackpool. And afterwards.
Afterwards, it may be. We're actually having a big product meeting when we're back from Blackpool. So we will be starting to set out. It sounds weird, but we've got so many. Well, you guys know because we've been speaking about them this morning. We've got so many tricks that are literally finished. Finished and sitting there, and we're trying. What we were doing is we were waiting and having one live launch a month. The issue with that is, like Harry said, Dad, if we do this, we're going to keep going for 5 years, even with the stuff we've got
Oh
now.
my God.
So we're upping our production. So we're going to be releasing this year. At the moment, I think we're looking at between 24 and 28 products. So as of next month, you're going to start seeing 2 or 3 products coming out a month. We will have one live launch at the end of the month, but there'll be products coming out just via email, and we'll do. What I'm going to do is, instead of the live launch, I'm going to start doing the deep dives again. So I'll interview the creator and we'll chat about it, and there'll be a live launch, a deep dive on it. But the book test, I think most probably by the end of March it will be available. We're actually looking to film the trailer for the book test while we're in Blackpool. So once we got the trailer, it's completely ready for launch.
That's
That's
amazing.
it.
That's
Awesome.
amazing. So that's answered. And I don't see any questions popping up in the chat about anything else. So we could go to another question. I guess Joseph, you could ask this too in detail. And this is a more, we can get into a little deeper discussion just in general because I think this question, this is an interesting question. Ask it.
Okay, so the question is, if there was one thing that you could change about Magic communities, what would it be?
Wait, no, wait. Ignore that question. No, it's this one.
We'll get to that.
That's a
We'll get to
community
that.
section.
We'll think about
That
that.
comes later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it that one? Yes.
Okay. So, what is the process like behind creating a trick and then releasing it?
So if you kind of have to describe, there's the general part. Let's split it up. Okay, creating a trick and then releasing it, because those are two different things.
Yeah, they are two different things. I mean, for me, creating isn't a process that I can just do. I can't sit down and say, today I'm going to create a trick. I usually create tricks out of one necessity. I want to be able to achieve this, so I create a trick to allow me to do it. Or two, it's usually just a thought that comes to me. So the original idea for, let's say, Imagine was, I'm a big fan of mental photography. I have been for years. I think it's one of the strongest gaff decks out there. And for me, if you're a new customer and you come in the shop, the first thing you would see me do is mental photography. I don't think you can get anything more magical. But I wanted more from that deck, you know, because you print it, you show it, you unprint it. I wanted more from that deck. And that's why I started to create what is now Imagine. I had a basic idea, I started working on it, left it in my notebook, and then about 10 years later, I was going through my notebook in lockdown speaking to Harry, and Harry went, that's a great idea. Why don't we work on that? And then together we worked on it, and it became what Imagine is now. So the creative process for me is not so much sit down and create, even though I have done it because I've been an advisor on TV shows where you do have to literally sit down, right, come up with 10 tricks, and you've got to sit there and write them. But the creative process is not something. I'm not Craig Petty. I can't do that.
Craig's, I don't know. He's
something else, yeah.
If you're talking about market, so let's say, Alan, you created something and you come to me and you said, look, can we get this on the market? That's when I really kick in, because I look at, one, I look at your effect, two, I look at your gimmick. So the first thing I look at, when you show me a trick, I could love, let's take for instance The Collector by Nicholas Mavresis.
Yeah.
When Nicholas first showed me that trick, it is nowhere near what The Collector is now. Okay, it's complete. If I showed you the video then and now, you wouldn't even put them together. But I looked at it and I said to Nicholas, I said, I like the premise, I'm going to buy the rights, but I don't think it's finished. So he spent a year working on it, and then he come back and said, what do you think of that? And I went, that's finished. Now that's finished. So you might show me something, and there might be 20% of that I go, this is a great idea. But the presentation might be wrong, the timing might be wrong, the gimmick might be slightly wrong, but the idea is great.
I love that.
And then that's when we'll start working. So what I'll always try to do is I'll always try to put a really nice presentation to the routine. I'll try to structure it as perfect as I can structure it. Then we get on to work with the packaging, making sure the packaging's right. Because for us, when I look at you bringing me a trick, I see this as part of your legacy. This has got to be something that you're proud of. I'm always going to be proud of it because it's an Alakazam product and I know how much work we put into it. So I'm proud of everything we release. But I need to make sure you're proud of it because it's your product. Even though it's got our name on it, it's got your name on it and it's your trick. So we try and keep you involved all the way down the line. We try and get you on the trailer, we try and get you on the instructions. Some people say, do you know what, I don't want to be in front of the camera. Fine, we'll do it. But we try and get the creator on as much as possible. We make sure you're happy with the artwork and everything. So a lot of effort. Even if you think you're going to give us a trick that's 100% finished, there's still another 100% worth of work that needs to happen on it.
That could not be
Wow.
better said. If anybody just that
Wow.
could not be better said.
No, thank you.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing, amazing.
I would
That
like to
answers the
follow
question
that,
everyone-
Alan. Does it
100%.
happen sometimes that there's a really great trick that somebody submits to you, but it's too similar to something that's already on the market,
Oh, yeah.
and for that reason only, you have to skip it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons why we will sort of turn down products, because we know what our market like.
Yeah.
So that's always a consideration. The other thing is as well is to put in the amount of effort that we, Penguin, and everyone else put in. It has to sell a big amount
Yeah.
for us to make that financial investment,
Yeah.
time investment. Now, some tricks are great, but you know they're going to appeal to a very small unit or a very small group. So you can't put in that much investment because you'll never make it back.
Yeah.
So that way I'll always help people and advise people, look, this will be the best way for you to do it. If you produce it, I will gladly buy some because I think it's great. But for us, it's not something that we can mass produce because I don't think the market's going to be big enough for us. But whatever happens, if you come to us with a trick, if it's not for us, I will certainly help you, get it out to market. I'll give you all the advice you need and everything else. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing, truly amazing. And that is also like partly why, honestly, all the magic you guys release, every single trick is thought of really, really deeply. Just like you said, you don't just have someone come to you, give you that trick, and you go, all right, let's release it.
Yeah.
You don't, because magic it's a special art. Like I said earlier, you want. Because layman people don't know that you can not always, right? They know magic shops exist, but sometimes magicians, we buy certain tricks and blah blah blah, and you want it to be as good as you can. And the more time and effort you guys put in, the more the more people form it, the more people are happy, etc. And just like Peter just said, that's where it goes. So
I will say as well, I'm very aware that not everyone is gonna like every Alakazam product. People have different tastes and different things appeal to them. The one thing I truly hope is that anyone that watches an Alakazam trailer or whatever can sit there and go, do you know what, it's not for me, but I know the quality is going to be good. That's the thing. I hope when people watch anything we produce, they know that we don't do anything untoward in the trailer. We're not hiding anything. You get what you pay for, and you're going to be able to do the trick.
That is could be better said, truly. You're right, and that's really important. Another point in magic, right? Sometimes we talk about, so we have jams in our community, and we always talk about new tricks and blah blah blah, whatever it is. And sometimes I go like, wow, that's an amazing trick. That's truly incredible. And then I have one of our members go, but this doesn't work. This doesn't work. But I'm like, but you're a card magician, and we're talking about a mentalism trick.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not right for me, but maybe it's right for you. And he goes vice versa.
Yeah.
And that's so important because, again, magic, and like any other art form, everybody's got their different tastes. Card magic, stage magic, mentalism, whatever you do, it doesn't matter. There's a trick for actually everyone, but it's your job, right, to find out what you want to do and whether you're going to use it. And what you just said earlier is totally correct. It couldn't be better said. So thank you so much for answering that question.
Yeah, and by the way, Peter, this coming Friday, when Blackpool starts and all the stands start selling their goods, are you going to be turning into a customer yourself and trying to sneak out between them when you have the time and see if there's something either for you or to buy like a wholesale, buy a lot of it and sell it here?
Yeah. Always. That's part of my joy of Blackpool, is going round and seeing what other people are selling. I still, even though I've got a shop with loads of magic tricks in there, I'm still looking for that perfect little thing for me. And I always end up buying something at Blackpool. There's so many great things there. And I will say, and it does make me sound old, and I don't want to sound like this, But before the internet, you went to somewhere like Blackpool and there will be this little dealer from some far off country that's got one trick. He said, but that trick will blow your mind.
Oh,
and
wow.
I used to love doing it. It's like walking into this, you know, a really old antique shop and just find this perfect little thing.
Yeah.
And you still find that at Blackpool.
Of course you do.
You still find that one guy just got two things, and you look at them and you go, best two things I've ever seen in my life.
100%.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, you've got the big magic companies. I mean, go and see them. Go and see Alakazam. Go and see.
Yeah, but the creators who are not known are very interesting indeed.
yeah.
I remember like
100%.
Thomas Bada last year with Drop.
One of the. It
How
was
could
the
we
biggest
miss? And
company
I missed
we-
it
we-
completely.
And
Yeah.
I haven't heard of Thomas before.
Yeah.
This is the thing. That's what's so powerful about magic.
And he had one trick.
Yeah.
One trick.
Just like
One
that,
trick.
One trick that just blew people away. I mean, you haven't heard of it.
And he's back this year. He has a stand.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna check this out.
This
Yeah.
is-
So
this
don't
is-
skip
Well,
the
last
little
year-
ones, right?
Last year, everyone kept saying to me, you've got to go and see this trick. I went
Yeah.
up there 5 times. He wasn't at the stand and the stand was closed.
Yeah.
And then I said to the person next to him, I said, there's my phone number. When he comes back, ring me. And I went up there and he performed Drop on me. And I'm not lying, there must have been 15 people behind me. And I just said, I'll have one. And then everyone just went, I'll have one, I'll have one, I'll have one. And it was crazy. One trick. One trick.
Amazing. Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. But they're the gems. They're the
Yeah.
gems.
Because the dealer's hall is so huge, it's easily to miss them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And the other thing, and you said this earlier, if I find something that is, you know, from one of these dealers and I really like it, I do my best to try and get them in for our customers. So that's why you'll find at Alakazam, we always look for exclusives. You can see a lot of exclusives on our websites because we always look where other people don't.
Yeah,
You know, we put the effort into searching out great tricks.
that's really important.
Also, Alan, I want to just make something clear.
Of course.
Sometimes this guy doesn't know how to keep his voice.
What is it?
Yeah.
Like 2 conventions
yeah,
ago,
yeah.
I've
Your voice
heard
got-
horror stories
Yeah.
about him losing his voice
Who did you
completely.
deal with, Peter?
And then he was sounding like a frog or something. I don't know how you could continue. Can you tell us about that experience?
Yeah, we went to Magic Live last year, me and Harry, and the day before the convention starts, I had a meeting in Roy Cooper's room. So we were there discussing the coins and everything
Yeah,
else.
the Mirage coin set, everything.
Yeah, and he had his aircon full up. It was like walking into a freezer.
Oh, wow.
And I just felt my throat do that. And for the next 4 days,
Oh my God.
there's a video, someone took a video of me demonstrating a trick. I don't know if it was Penguin Magic or something like that. And like it was
Worst thing
terrible.
ever.
I started off by trying to dem the impromptu version of the Grail, but then because I couldn't speak, I had to go back to the single card version, and my presentation was, there's a card, give me a number. And
That's
that was
the
it.
entire text.
That was my entire presentation.
Horrible. Oh my God.
Fingers crossed everything will be okay.
Keep your throat
Yeah.
intact. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that was kind of our questions about Alakazam. We'll move on a little bit, if we can, about our community and communities in general, because I like discussing with magicians of all sorts, and we'd like to see your opinion, Peter, about the theme of communities.
Yeah.
But before that, now we can play Fortuity.
Yes.
Let's do that. Let's see a trailer.
How'd you do that? No, how did you do that? Let's see.
I'm David Jonathan, and I've been performing Fortuity for nearly a decade, and it always delivers the strongest reactions.
So I have a prediction here. There's a card in this envelope. Would you mind putting it in your pocket? It's a mystery card. We're gonna get back to it later.
Okay,
You're just
all
gonna
right.
keep it safe.
Okay. I'll put it in my pocket.
It uses a rainbow deck and a pair of dice. And with that, your audience creates a playing card by choosing a back design and a value.
I also have a deck of cards, my friends. What's important is I want you to see all the cards, the faces of them. not like 100 the same card, all different. But there's something interesting about this deck. The backs are all different as well.
Oh, shit.
I put this is my favorite one. But I made it like artwork, kind of cool. So I just put them all together, all different.
Those cards are removed from the spread, and you show the entire deck on both sides to prove there really is only one card with that design and one card with that value.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna pick a face and a back and create a card.
Okay.
So we're gonna do this. This is 2 of you. We're gonna work in pairs, you 2 and you 2. Okay. I want you all to imagine you have a die in your head, numbered 1 to 6.
Okay.
So you 2 are gonna roll it, and then I'll do you 2. But we're gonna go with the face right now. 4. 4.
3.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
7 from the top or the bottom?
You want to do top?
Top.
Okay.
Let's be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 of clubs.
All right.
Now, guys, if they would have said 6 from the bottom, it would have been like a 7 or an ace. You guys now, we're going to decide what the back is. So do me a favor, both roll the dice, tell me what number yours lands on.
3.
3, my friend.
2.
5. You guys decide. We're going to go to the top again or the bottom? This is the top now, this is the bottom.
Yeah.
So 5 from the bottom.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Purple, I don't know, the birds. Oh, I think they're Phoenix. So we have purple and we have 6 of clubs.
All right.
Think about this. Any other order you guys would have picked, any other number, top or bottom, this could have been the outcome. Ace in this bag.
Oh, okay.
But hold these for a second. My friend, can I see the envelope, please?
Here you go.
If the back of this card matches that, this is a 1 in 52 chance that I got it right.
Okay. All right. Oh! Oh! That's crazy.
Oh shit. 1 in 52.
Alright.
But here's where it gets crazy, guys. The front of this card matches the 6 of clubs. That's a 1 in over 2,700 chance.
Alright. No, 6.
Yeah. How'd you do that? How the fuck you do that?
Fortuity is easy to do with no slice, and it resets in seconds. It's been a staple of my set for years, and I know that you're going to love it as well. I'm David Jonathan, and I'm so proud to bring you Fortuity.
Awesome. So I'm just gonna put us here for a second. So that was amazing, wasn't it? Fortuity, right? It's super, super cool. If you have any questions about it, write them in the chat. If you have any questions in general, keep writing them in the chat. Some people are writing that they cannot be a Blackpool, but hopefully they can make it next year. Of course, Alakazam will be here. We're hopefully gonna be here. And the annual thing now. It's amazing. But as I mentioned, communities. For me, communities is the biggest thing ever. Last August, I was invited by the Israel Society of Magicians, Lior Menor, to lecture. There was like 200 magicians in Israel. And I stood on the stage, it was my first time, and I was talking about my second passion. Now, it's still to do with magic. It's magic communities. And I had another interview by Chris James, and it went up on the Netrix, thank you, Craig, for allowing that, about this. And that goes really, really deep into like my thoughts. I'm going to kind of summarize them, but I think it's going to like benefit a lot of people, and I want to know about others. But what do you guys think actually makes a magic community in the chat? Write that down. And what I mean by that is magic communities are different things, because I'm just going to straight up tell you, in my opinion, Facebook groups don't count. And I'll tell you what constitutes, in my opinion, as free like aspect of a magic community. And recently, in the last few years, either option A, magic communities start dying out, meaning people join, they release a magic community, someone on Facebook, let's just say a Facebook community, okay? And everybody's active for 2 weeks, it's amazing. 2 weeks later, you've got half the people active, and then a month later, it's so dead, and the community still exists. Why? Okay, and I go through this in my Netrix interview, but it just happens over and over again. It's the same with events, for example. Let's just say you have a lecture. You say, oh my gosh, I'm going to bring a huge name. Let's just say we're going to bring Craig Petty. We're going to have him lecture. Craig lectures. And then you say, okay, we have lectures every single week or whatever. Okay, absurd. You have your first 3 lectures, and then people are like, oh, what's the next lecture? Oops. And then another week passes by. Oops. And then it dies out. Okay, so you have a weekly lecture, and then it stops. And, this this is my opinion, first of all, so please understand this. And also understand that this is from my experience. I've been running a community for 4.5, 5 years now, and I'm 17. So I started very young, but I've always been passionate about it. Because when I first joined a Magic community, when I first entered Magic, I had no clue where to begin. First of all, this is Alon, who didn't know Magic shops exist. I did not know there were thousands of magicians out there. I thought it was like, you know, something you do for fun on YouTube. And when I first found out that there was other magicians, I had no idea where to go. And I had no idea how I find people like me. And then eventually I realized, okay, well, if I can't find it, I might as well just start one myself. And then I did. And it's been a success. And we'll tell you a little bit about that. But let's see if there's people thinking what communities are. Okay, so first let me just say, and I'll bring Tom and Peter back.
Yes.
This is really important that you guys understand, because first of all, I want to say the Alakazam is a community. And let's just say this, it's a shop. First of all, it's a Magic shop, but then you've got the community aspect to it. This is where it fits, because the first point for me is you've got to have some sort of chat platform. Now, you do have the Facebook, right? And you do have groups in there, and that's amazing. So that's ours. Why is the chat important? Because you need people to interact. And I don't think I know another Magic shop that does this, to be honest, because it's a Magic shop, but that's their role. But what Alakazam does as a bonus is you've got people interactive. This is literally a family, right? We literally talked about this earlier, Peter, that we've got so many people that know each other. When you pop up in the chat, in the lives right now, and you come over to Blackpool on Friday or whatever, and you say, hey, this is my username, and then Peter goes like, oh, I know you from last week. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Tick. We have in our community a Discord, and we have another chat platform, and people are always active. That's where your community engages. And that is so important, because without that, it's dead. It dies out. People don't know each other. People just, they join the community, no one knows each other, no one knows who is who. And that's what our slogan is. So our slogan of our community is also your second family in Magic. Number 2, you need to have events. Alakazam always have events every single week live. We have monthly lectures, monthly live sessions, and
weekly jam.
Weekly jams every single Friday. We have a Magic jam at 7 p.m. British time every single week. For 2 years, we haven't missed a single jam. 2 years. That's over 100 jams.
That's really good.
That's very good, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. We just had one in Prague with Tom and Live. That was amazing. And then just to speed it up with time-wise, the third thing is the content. Okay, and for Alakazam, obviously that's the Magic. For us, we have a bunch of resources that we guide people to. We have a Magic shop section where we put Magic shops, our favorite product, supporting Magic shops. We have, like I said, special resources, so a bunch of like secret websites that don't know, that are totally okay, don't worry. And what else do we have? I actually have it here. We put discount codes for Magic shops, we have recommendations, all our events, all the replays we put there. And Joseph, by the way, of our community, how much does it cost for people to join?
So with all of this stuff we've been telling you about,
if we add up all the
you'd expect it to cost maybe, I don't know, a monthly cost or something. This community is completely and entirely free. You don't have to pay a single penny. You sign up, it's completely free to join.
It's crazy.
It's so good. The thing is, communities, I personally feel are very important in Magic. Because a lot of people get into Magic. I was the same. When I got into Magic, I didn't know any other magicians. I didn't know anyone else that was interested in Magic. And it was very hard to find like-minded people. Yeah. Whereas communities, and I think we first started to find it when we launched the academies. Yeah. Because we soon started to realise we were having the same people watching the academies, and those people started to interact with each other, and they knew each other, and you can see it here on the chat. Exactly. You can see we've got our regulars here on the lives, and they all chat to each other. Chances are they've never met, but they know each other. They know each other. This is their friend from Tuesday afternoon, and communities are very important, and I think a big part of community, and something that we've always tried to push, and I know it's the same thing as you, is respectful and encouraging and safe.
Boom.
And that's what it is. If you join Alan's community or Alex or the Alakazam, it's all about, it doesn't matter what level you are in magic, you'll be treated with respect and you'll be encouraged to improve your magic, you'll be given advice, you can ask for help, and it should be a friendly place. There are a lot of forums, there are a lot of sites, and you go on there and all it is moaning or whinging, and that's not what our communities are about. Our communities are about positive, being positive. Magic is an art form, but it's also a hobby for a lot of people.
Yes.
And you've got to enjoy that hobby.
Yes.
If you don't enjoy it, why are you doing it?
Exactly.
And it's that.
And why enjoy it alone by yourself when you find other people?
Literally, couldn't be. Tell me what you just said exactly. And what Peter just said earlier on about the supportiveness is that for us, it's the same thing for you, Peter. If you have a bunch of people complaining on the Magic Cafe, on these forums, whatever, let's not name names, and, which I just did. Oops. All these absolutely I don't know, it's just boom, 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 this negativity. Why live in a negative world when you can just live in a positive world? What stops people from just coming together, sitting down, jamming, attending lectures, having fun, which you do in Blackpool, but this takes it to a virtual world too. When you could just be friends. Again, for us, we have our Discord or whatever. People keep typing, they don't know each other, but eventually, after some time, you become. I met Tom and Joseph through my own community, and look at us now. Okay, we're traveling together, we're hanging out, we're going to conventions. It's just a whole other world.
Yeah.
So with our community, by the way, so I put you can scan the QR code and. That will take you there.
Put it on there for a bit longer. Give people.
I'll put it out. Yeah. Scan the QR code and you can join it. And there's a page, and it's 100%
free.
That's what I said. And I do it free also for so many reasons. Because for me, again, I'm a hobbyist, but I do perform magic. I have started in the last 2 years going out and doing it. I'm gonna be totally honest with you right now. 90% of my presentations in magic come from ideas that people give me in my community. Yeah. Whenever I need help, I go like, oh my gosh, guys, I'm panicking. I have a stage show in a week, and I've got my magic, I've got some presentations, but is this something new? Can someone help me? 5 minutes later, someone is like, let's hop on a call, let's do this. If I didn't have the community, no one would have done that for me. And my magic improves, my happiness improves, my mental health improves, everything improves. It's just such an amazing place. And like I said, why is it really nice? And we said about the events and all this. You have to maintain and update, right? Like Alakazam, you guys always have something new. Really soon we're gonna put a trailer of a mini trailer of Alakazam Unlimited, something phenomenal coming really soon. And that's something new. There's always something new. We always have new resources coming out. Lectures every single month. Live sessions every single month. These different types of events. Like, what on earth is a live session? I'm not going to talk about that now. Join, find out. It's something that we created. It does not exist in other parts. It's just the style of it, the formatting. Tomo, do you think you want to tell people that you do the person who's lecturing for us in March, and Joseph can say in April, if you remember who, and if not, I'll say it. In March, we have not
the
one,
amazing,
but not two
amazing lectures by the amazing Craig Petty.
Craig Petty is doing a 5 to 6 hour free masterclass for us in March. 2 of them. One is about magic, but the second one is about business. So
how to get gigs
and stuff. And Craig has a lot of expertise in that. So the moment you sign up, you get access to that. It's on Zoom, it's live, you can watch the replays, everything is recorded. It's amazing. So check that out.
It's really good.
By the way, the magic community is a great community worldwide.
Because everybody wants to support each other.
Exactly.
Everybody wants to support each other. Like, who did we just have? We had David Jonathan.
Yeah.
Just lectured for us. We have in April, the amazing Nicholas Mavresi's
Yeah.
giving a lecture for us too. Look at that. And we just had other people. We've even given opportunities to our own members, people who haven't heard of them, like
You
just
had
members
Wayne
of expertise.
recently as well, didn't you?
Wayne
You had
just
Wayne
did
just
one.
lectured
Yeah.
just the last lecture.
Yeah.
Wayne just lectured for us in January. We had another business lecture by the amazing Ashley Green, who's an amazing magician from here.
Yeah.
So it's just a whole extensive thing. If you don't get anything out of this, wait, this is a funny comment. Yeah, it's a very short one from Craig. Incredible.
Oh yeah.
It's incredibly short for Craig.
We begged him to make it concise. Yeah.
We're like, our
Which is not easy with him, as you know. Yeah.
It's crazy. But if you only get one thing from this like community segment, I really want you to understand. If you are watching right now and you're not part of a magic community, join it. And you are actually, if you are watching this, because you're part of the Alakazam, and hopefully you join ours too. But you try, and if you just realize, okay, maybe I haven't been active enough. If you don't have the time, focus on other stuff. But try and it's just such a supportive art form. Just try and put yourself out there. Give people feedback. Like if we didn't get feedback like a year ago when we opened this community, we wouldn't be where we are. We follow our feedback. We do when we know it benefits us. We will. And overall, it's all about giving back to the community for me. And at the end of the day, you just have this connection you will never have anywhere else, and that's the magic community. So that kind of wraps it up there. And I guess we will play a video of Alakazam.
Yes.
Oh
So-
wow! I love this next
So
bit.
guys, before we play this is a new little teaser. But remember, date for your diary, the 27th of this month. Join us right here at 7 o'clock for a launch party for Alakazam Unlimited.
Woo.
Now, Tomar, being a VIP, was selected to be one of our beta testers. He's been using it for the past 2 weeks or something.
Yeah,
I think
about
2
a
weeks.
week. About a week.
And I showed the guys here it this morning. Jamie has done an amazing job on this. It is absolutely gorgeous. And when you hear what it is, and some other bits, I'm not going to tell you now, but when you hear it, you will not believe it. I guarantee that. You will not believe it. Anyway, let's drop this little, it's only very
This is so
short,
good.
but let's have a look.
Check this out.
Right, come in, come close. Do you want to know what your new favourite sound is? Just listen to this. Now, if you want unlimited originals and unlimited journeys packaged in an industry-leading service, then make sure you're signed up to our mailing list and follow all of our social media. This is going to be unbelievable. The future is unlimited.
Awesome! So it looks amazing. And just to say, like Peter said, we have seen some of this.
I've seen the
crazy-
insides of that
Tommy has
thing.
beta tested.
I don't know how much I'm allowed to say.
Not much.
Not much, so I saw just a bit. This thing will blow your mind.
It will blow your mind.
It's like being part of the Alakazam once again, like real deep. You'll get tons of stuff there. And I can't say what exactly, right?
Yep.
That's the thing, but you'll
Be
love
there,
it.
just be there.
You'll love it to
Tune in at the
bits.
launch.
Yeah.
Tune in at the launch. And you guys are going to absolutely love it. People are really excited. And guys, I just want to say on behalf of the Magic Council Society, me, Joseph, and Thomas, Peter, you are absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you for having me on.
Oh, thank you for having
Thank
us
you
on.
for
What
having
do
me
you
on your
mean?
show.
Thank you so much for joining us, Peter.
The
tonight.
magic owl
We will see
here.
you next summer. No, no, thank you for the opportunity. It's been absolutely fun. Joseph,
Oh, you're
what do you think?
welcome.
I've loved it. It's been
It
great.
was amazing.
You
Thomas.
guys smashed it.
Oh my God,
Really
I
good.
loved it so
Really
much.
Thank you so much. This was absolutely fun, entertaining, and hopefully you will see the incredible Magic Gun Society managers again next year. And
Come say hello at Blackpool this
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah, come and say hi, okay? You'll see these hoodies and shirts around.
Yeah.
And you go to Alakazam on Friday morning, you go on Saturday, you go on Sunday, and you go every day. And no, truly, you guys are phenomenal. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have an amazing rest of the day. Peter, does want to say goodbye?
Yeah, guys, if you're going to Blackpool, make sure you come over and say hi. If not, we will be back on Tuesday with another live, so join us then. And also, Jamie Dawes is coming with the Alakazam team to Blackpool. He's going to be filming loads of stuff at Blackpool. We're filming trailers for some new products. He's filming a lot of content for our YouTube channel. And I do believe he said he was going to put up a new video every single day around 6 or 7 o'clock. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, do so, and Jamie will be providing you with live updates, and there will be some live ones and updates at what's happening at Blackpool. We're going to be going live occasionally on the Alakazam app, so download the app. But there's a lot of great stuff happening, and if you pop by the stand, you may get a chance to be in one of our trailers.
Amazing.
Who knows?
Yeah.
So thanks for joining us. I want to thank Alon, I want to thank Joseph, and my good friend Toma.
Thanks a lot.
And here's to next year. Hopefully this will be an annual thing where you guys come up just before Blackpool.
It's
do
been
an
great.
Alakazam takeover.
Yeah.
It will be brilliant.
I think the viewers loved it a lot.
They done so well. So guys, thank you for joining us. As always, we'll see you at Blackpool, or we will see you next Tuesday right here on the Alakazam Live.
Bye bye.